Hello, hello, hello. What's up tonight, everyone? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Blazing Nest, Tail Feathers, X-Storm 125, Nightbot, of course, Autumn Shank, Roll C63, Chairfighter. By the way, Chairfighter, big scoops here for you. Thank you so much for the subscription before we actually were live, so thank you very much. Also, Nib Biscuit, 2 months in a row. Shout outs to both of you. Welcome back to the Fishbowl. Elemental Master, Abstract, a little cheeky Nicole Bolas, Blazing Nest. How goes it tonight, everyone? What's going on? What's going on? Alarum, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you as well for your subscription. Big scoops cheer for you. Welcome back to the Fishbowl. What's up, everyone? Abstract Wall, welcome you as well. New subscriber, big scoops cheer for Abstract Wall. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Maliki Multi, 1 month in a row. 1 month in a row. How does that? That can't be a thing. You can't have 1 month in a row. Regardless, thank you, Maliki Multi, for your subscription. Welcome to the Fishbowl, or back to the Fishbowl. Big scoops cheer for our new subscriber. Oh, what's going on, everyone? Oh, well, thank you, brother in smoke. I'm glad you enjoy watching. The dream is alive. The 5-0 dream is alive. I'm actually excited for this deck. So this deck, I don't remember what I was playing. I was recording something. I think it's the Against the Odds that comes out tomorrow. Blasphemy Twitch, welcome to the Fishbowl. And Unseen Spectre, 6 months in a row, welcome you as well. Thank you for your subscriptions. Big scoop cheer for our new and re-subscribers. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Are the subs popping up? I don't know why I always... Okay, they are. Nastrap, so many subs, the sub train is rolling right off the bat. Okay, Mr. Panda, both of you, welcome back. Okay, Mr. Panda, for 6 months in a row, thank you so much. Welcome back to the Fishbowl. And Nastrap, a new subscriber, welcome you as well. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. So, Zionist, welcome you as well. Big scoops cheer. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. What's awesome? Awesome dude. I noticed you were first today. Definitely, the sub train is still going. Supper Dirt. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Man, kicking it off with a bang tonight. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, I'm excited for this deck. I think it's Against the Odds that goes up tomorrow night. I was recording, and I ran into this deck, and it looks so crazy, but it actually functioned pretty well. So I had to dig around. I found the list. It actually 5-0'd a league a little while ago. Sala 2012, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. So I was looking around, found the list, and it just looks insane. Like, the lands alone. Ancient Ziggurat, it is actually really powerful if you play only creatures. It's a free any color land. Got my sliver foil in there. But yeah, so lands a tap for any color is kind of the hallmark of this deck. Gemstone Mines, any color, but they go away after 3 turns. Mana Confluence, any color, costs us a life. Pillar of the Perunes, any color, only for multicolor spells. Reflecting Pools, any color, if we have a land of any color. So 17 lands that tap for mana of any color, and then a little bit of green and white mana for our birds and paths and stuff. But the basic idea is we just slam creatures. This has got to be the only deck in Modern that's looking to curve Mantis Rider into Siege Rhino, and maybe just a Falconwrath Aristocrat as well. So we're just slamming big things, hoping for the best. Not a whole lot of trickery, and in that sense, it kinda is no Shimmering Grotto, thank God. It kinda is somewhat reminiscent of the little kid green-white deck we played for Budget Magic. Oh man, that first Budget Magic match, wow, that was an insane match. That match was so absurd. If we get color screwed with this deck, our opening hand's gonna be like triple Reflecting Pool. We do not beat Blood Moon, ever. Actually, it's not impossible we beat Blood Moon if we have lots of Noble Hierarchs and Birds of Paradise, but it's very unlikely that we beat Blood Moon. Not often going to happen. And then this deck looks pretty aggressive, which means we might get to play some Momir tonight, hopefully. The Momir list coming out. Yeah, the first match of Budget Magic, the deck was actually sweet. I wish we had Path, but I mean, on a budget, you gotta make some hard choices. Stev OK42 says the deck looks sick and comes back to the Fishbowl for the 5th month in a row. Well, thank you, Stev OK. Welcome back. Big Scoops cheer for you. So anyway, let's do reminders. Reminders. Then we got actually kind of a lot to talk about. Amonkhet wrapped up. We have pre-release coming this weekend. Moto pre-release next week. Organized play changes. So tons of stuff to talk about tonight. On top of decks to play, maybe some Momir. So, of course, the YouTube channel, that's where you can find the first match of yesterday's Budget Magic, if you haven't seen it yet. Also, Against the Odds Tunnel Vision coming out tomorrow. Ended up being better than I thought. So I'm kind of happy with how it turned out. It's interesting. I mean, it is Tunnel Vision, so don't get your hopes too high, but it is interesting. The booster box giveaway ended yesterday, and the video will be going up this week. Waiting to confirm the winner, hear back from the winner, and confirm their name and email and whatnot. And then I'll be recording, doing the shout-outs, all that stuff. So that's in the works. Against Odds coming up, all that fun stuff. Commander Clash this weekend is another pretty sweet one. What's up, Seaman Sloth? Of course, the replay YouTube is where you can find all the old streams and this stream in the future. If Money 59, 4 months in a row, welcome back to the Fishbowl. And Skyworthy, 3 months in a row, can't wait for the infinite removal we're going to run into since we're playing this deck. Of course we will. But welcome back to the Fishbowl, 3 months in a row. Big scoops here for both of you. And last but not least, the merch page. I know I had mentioned new tokens coming. They are still coming, but they're slightly delayed because of a printing issue. So they are coming, but going to be a little bit longer than I initially thought. Jack DPD, 2 months in a row, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much, everyone. So many subs. So this deck, we talked about the lands. Basically, we got Mana Ramp on turn 1 in Birds of Noble Hierarch. We got a tiny bit of removal, so we're not, oops, all creatures, but we're a lot of creatures. Pass and Abrupt Decays is our bit of removal. Pride Mage, Voice of Resurgence, and a Tidehollow Sculler in the 2-drop slot. So value, kind of artifact enchantment removal. Tidehollow for some discard. Kitchen Finks in the 3-drop slot. And Offenza, hates on graveyards and just super big. Mantis Rider, the quick flying clock in the air. Then the 4 drops to close things out. And probably the scariest thing this deck can do, just looking at it on paper, I haven't played it yet. Freak you, 6 months in a row. Welcome back to the Fishbowl. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. But Liliana's on Facebook and got ripped off. Oh, jeez. That is not good. Is more than one token? I'm confused, Muncher. Yeah, so that's kind of the plan. Probably the scariest thing we can do is, like, play a Birds on turn 1. Well, I was going to say play a Mantis Rider on turn 2, but that doesn't actually work because the colors don't line up. But play something! A Kitchen Finks, I guess, into Falconwrath Aristocrat, I don't know. Sideboard-wise, we have more creatures like crazy. Gaddock Teeg, Spell Queller, some hosing of spells, a bunch of Tidehollow Scullers to pick apart our opponent's hand in combo matchups. Sin Collector, same thing, a little more expensive. Sigarda, unkillable, very hard to deal with in slower matchups. Staticasters to take care of those pesky Lingering Souls tokens. Fulminator Mages to deal with Tron lands in specific. And some Stony Silences. So this is what we're battling with tonight. I think the biggest reason for no Goyf is we're so creature focused that we're not likely to make our Goyfs big. We have no fetch lands to get lands in the graveyard. We have a very small number of instants, no sorceries, none of that stuff, so it's actually going to be hard to make a big Goyf in this deck. That is my guess. Of course, I didn't build this deck. Like I said, I got beat by this deck and then looked it up and decided to go with it. The deck looks sweet. I don't know how expensive it is, but I can look very quickly. What do we got going on price-wise? Yeah, $741 in paper, $421 online, so certainly not cheap. I'm excited to play it, so hopefully it's actually sweet. Let's see if we can get some chests. We've been barren of treasure chests lately. The children are starving, haven't eaten in weeks. We need us some treasure chests. I did click modern, right? Okay. Oh yeah, by the way, Grixis Ninjas won against the odds, or no, Much Brew last week, and that deck is sweet. Oh my god, that deck is sweet. I've been working on recording the matches, so I know we've had some questionable Much Brew decks lately, but this deck is super sweet, so you're not going to want to miss that on Sunday. Yes, the children's feet are sore, their bellies are empty, we need to win the children some treasure chests. Hierarchs is a big part of the price. There's a lot of cheap stuff in the deck. I guess Hierarchs are almost $300 of that price tag. And then Fulminator Mage is very expensive now. The 3 Fulminator Mages are another $114 out of the sideboard. So those 2 cards are more than half of the deck's cost. The mana base isn't bad because it's all these weird 5-color lands. None of them are cheap, but none of them are that expensive. Razorverge Thicket's the most expensive land in the deck. And the other stuff, like Voice is cheaper now because of Modern Masters. Sphinx is a bit expensive, but not too bad. Is there a Noble Hierarch substitute? Unfortunately, not really. If you want to play it on turn 1, no. You'd have to go like Elvish Mystic or Llanowar Elves, and that doesn't make mana of any color, so we're going to have trouble with our 5-color theme. Alright, what's this hand do? Turn 1 Birds, turn 2 Anafenza, turn 3 Manus Rider. Good god, that's great. Okay. Yeah. Looks like the nut draw to me. We'll keep it. Ooh, the deck's looking sweet already. What would I bring in from Amonkhet? I don't know if we'd play any Amonkhet cards in this deck, honestly. Who's angering the mods? Be nice to Jay Zoller. Why do all the pros hate modern Merfolk? Monster CC, I don't think it's that pros hate it. I think that they don't play it much because it's a deck that doesn't have a ton of play to it. You just kind of slam your lords. And a lot of times pros want to feel like they're playing decks that they get some sort of edge from by being pros. So they can like leverage their play skill somehow. And Merfolk isn't necessarily a great deck by that standard. If I want to get a playset for each fetch land for deck building, how do you recommend buying them? Oh no! Oh man! This is probably Blue Moon, and we're probably going to get super wrecked. Anafenza's big. I want to play Anafenza. But if our opponent just plays Blood Moon, do we literally lose the game on the spot? Mostly. We're going for it. You don't play 5-color creatures to not slam your stuff. Consequences. What consequences? We could Sculler and leave up Path to like Path. I don't know, Sculler. But we're just going for it. The other thing is, if our opponent has a Blood Moon, at least we have a fast clock out, which is helpful. Okay, there's Brawl. So we gotta beat Storm. How do we beat Storm? Well, let's play Mana Confluence. Opponent does not have many cards in hand. Let's Path Brawl. Opponent remands. Gets to loot. This is fine. Draws, discards. Then we Path Brawl. Then we Tide Hollow. Beat down with Anafenza. Put a counter on our Birds of Paradise. Combo. It's a combo. We are draining a ton of our life with these mana confluences, but I think that's fine. Tide Hollow takes. Definitely Gifts Ungiven. And now we just beat down and hope that we kill our opponent before they are able to recover. I don't want to path on our opponent's turn. Watching a stream at 1 a.m. for you, 1 a.m. Oh my goodness. That is super late. Alright, opponent has mono creature hand. Brawl, Electromancer. We get a pillar. Well, play pillar. White, blue, red. It's Mantis Rider time. So Mantis Rider comes down. We go on the big attack. Not going to attack with Sculler. We can't let our opponent get the gifts back. Opponent takes it down to 7. Pass the turn. Whew, alright. I got to see family and stuff. Awesome, dude. So that part was nice. Had lots of family around over the weekend. Got to play the new Nintendo. That was interesting. My brother had the new Nintendo. So I've been experimenting with the Vizier of Remedies Devoted Druid combo. I'm sure I'm not the first to come up with this, but I think I've come up with a consistent Turd 3 Emerald. Yeah, send me the list, Kismetron. Sounds sweet. If our opponent somehow wins from no cards in hand here. Whoa! Oh, Pasted Flames off the top. How do we lose? Can we lose? What kills us here? I'm assuming that's got to be their best draw. Yeah, I'm still considering trying to figure out if there's a way we can certain visions. If there's a way we can make an earlier stream sometime. Heartbeat combo in Modern. Hopefully we get to that at some point, one way or another. We draw land. Alright, we got it. We got it. Opponent cannot take care of these flyers. So you wondered why Mantis Rider is in the deck. Apparently, this is it. Mantis Rider, along with our 2-power Birds of Paradise. Opponent scoops it up. Turgan, 16, welcome to the Fish Bowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. Oh yes, fetch land question. I forgot about that. Someone asked best way to buy fetch lands. Probably just... probably a reputable vendor. You can also get them from eBay. You might save a few bucks, but probably one of the good vendors. On Magic Online, I think now is about the time. I told this story on the podcast, as funny as it is. I spec'd heavily on Scalding Tarn during Zendikar flashbacks. Like 1,000 ticks, I think, close to 1,000 ticks I spent on Scalding Tarns, and they were 20 ticks a piece. And I thought, well, there's no way they're ever going to reprint these in Modern Masters. I will just sell all these Scalding Tarns after there's Modern Masters hype. Everyone's going to want fetch lands. And then, of course, it was reprinted, and Scalding Tarn is actually worth more today than when I bought it. So I did not even lose. So the prices are rising super quickly. Lil Haunted D, welcome to the Fishbowl, 6 months in a row. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. Been working on this deck, really wanted your opinion of it. Teal Flying Eldrazi? Ooh, got the Sphinx of Magosi. Ooh, Pull from Tomorrow, Censor, Blessed Alliance. It looks pretty sweet. What's the plan for ingesting, though? I guess Mist Intruder, okay. I think it looks pretty cool. I think you might need, like, Relic of Progenitus or something to help with the exiling plan, but otherwise. Alright, how do we fight this deck? Tide Hollow Scholars, Sin Collectors, Spell Quellers, not Fulminators, Gaddock Teague is good enough. So bring in all of our hateful creatures. Go down. I think we go down Kitchen Finks. I'm not really sold on Kitchen Finks' value being relevant. And it's not the greatest of threats. We gotta cut 2 more. Come on, chat. What else do we cut? What do you think about Savage Knuckleblade in this deck? Yeah, I mean, you could play it in the Mantis Rider slot. Sure. Why not? Maybe just Pride Mages, something like this. I think Finks is very important for aggro matchups, but I don't think it's good against Storm. Voice, Mantis Rider. This hand has no interaction at all. I think we got to mulligan this. I don't think 2 Voices and Siege Rhino wins us this matchup. Alright, we'll try this. I think we got to scry to the bottom. We need a land desperately. Yeah, that hand was not great. Sleight of hand for our opponent. Well, after sideboarding, we do a little bit. Nissa's Crush, eh? Opponent passes. Land? Not a land. There's the Falconwrath Aristocrat. Well, Birds of Paradise. Pass the turn. Come on, land! Land, land, land. Opponent passes. Land? Alright, we are in lots of trouble. Lots and lots. I mean, we just need threats, I think. I think our best way of winning this matchup is to disrupt our opponent a little bit, but beat them down quickly. Yeah, I guess Pride Mage for Blood Moon is a reasonable argument. Good evening, Action Gnome. How goes it? I mean, it's obviously looking worse here now that we started missing land drops. Alright, there's a land. Well, let's pass the turn. Leave up our Spell Queller. Spell Quellering our opponent's first play would be pretty sweet. Well, we're not going to Spell Queller that. Land. Spell Quelling a Baral would be good. Or Electromancer. Path the Birds for lands. Alright. I guess we keep doing this. Problem is our opponent's getting to the point where they're going to be able to play something and remand in the same turn. Well, welcome, Carp. How goes it? Opponent has so many lands. Yeah, I'm expecting them to, like, Baral and us to try to counter it and get remanded. Alright, Manamorphose, sure. Manamorphose isn't that scary without a Baral or Electromancer out. Sleight of hand. The problem is we're not advancing our board. We need to be, like, leaving up the Spell Queller, but also be beating our opponent down. Alright, we'll wait. We'll wait and try to Path Electromancer. Ritual. Ritual. Problem is if they have remand, they're going to get us anyway. They're going to be able to Past in Flames and remand if they have one. Yeah, we're going to hold it for Past. Alright, I mean, let's see if the... I guess it's the remand test. Do you have remand, opponent? Does Scalding Tarn get cracked? I guess I could have like a lightning bolt. Whoo! Ooh, alright, we dodged bullet number 1. You get cranky when no one reminds you to resize your moto window. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Thank you. Thank you for the reminder. Resizing. Resizing. Alright, we're alive. We're not dead. Did I look at the deck? What deck was that? So white, red, blue, Mantis Rider. Mantis Rider doing some work. Go attacking. Stop on our opponent's upkeep. Okay, opponent gets a land. Pathing the Queller. But they still get Past in Flames in their graveyard is the problem. And they just flash it back? I think that is not good. The win-loss is on the top, but we only update by matches, not by game. But we're up a game against Storm. Alright, opponent, what do you got? Oh, Nissa's Crush. Sorry, I've been in this game. I haven't gotten a chance to look at it much. Channel or Initiate, Drowner of Hope, Green Warden. Ooh, I love Green Warden, Manglehorn, Palladium Mirror. Ooh, yes, the Monitor. Crush. I think it looks pretty fun. Pull for tomorrow. I like it. It looks like a really fun deck to play. Alright, what's our opponent have? Serum Visions, okay. Hello from the US, Fido Dito. We are in game 2, up a game against Storm. Is there a way to donate to the channel in the stream? Well, right now there is not, but I believe one of the things that's hopefully coming in the future, in the near future, will be a way to donate. That is part of the plan, to have a donation thing. So it'd be sweet to have a way to donate, and I think you get like a message put up on the screen. Other streams do it. I have to figure out how you actually do it. How do we cut the most time off our opponent's clock? We attack with Aristocrat and everything is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We 9 our opponent. Finally getting to catch a live stream. Don't know if today can get any better. Well, welcome, Loki. Glad to have you. If you want to donate cards, donate them to Stu. What's up, Cranky Senior? I missed you. Good to have you back. I guess we just Falconwrath Aristocrat? I don't think there's any way to make the clock faster than that. And we gotta just try to kill our opponent as quickly as possible. So I think that's the plan. Yes! Maybe if you send Stu your bulk, then I won't owe him a playmat anymore. Get in with the Flying Dorks. Look at this board, this deck. Oh, opponents at Dead to Siege Rhino. Come on, one turn, no killing us. We gotta survive one turn. The opponent has tons of mana. I think it's possible that Tomer streams in the future. Uh-oh. Is it gifts? It's gifts time. Can our opponent get a gifts pile that wins them the game from here? Could As Foretold be good in blue-black summonings? Maybe. I think it could be, like a weird brain in the jar, kinda. Yeah, I think it's possible. Tomer actually just today asked me for a tutorial on setting up a stream. So I directed him to a tutorial and told him if he had any questions, get a hold of me. So who knows? Who knows? You never know. It's possible that Punt City Live, Tomer Fail Live Edition. Tomer's awesome. Tomer is seriously one of my favorite people to play Magic with. Quick Sevens, thanks for the sub. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Big Scoops here for our new subscriber. Tomer makes a lot of micro mistakes, but his macro play is good. Yeah, that... yeah, that is very true. And some of the stuff is Moto stuff. Like, when he destroyed his Inspiring Statuary... which was awesome, but that wouldn't have happened in paper. That's not really so much Tomer punting as just like Moto and clicking. Sometimes that happens on Moto. I have 30 bucks in store credit. What cards or packs should I pick up? Oh geez, that is a hard question. I'll have to think about that one. Anybody want to give me some thoughts on Blue-Red Drakehaven with Hazoret? Opponent decides it's not going to happen, they can't find the pieces, and score one for 5 color creatures, taking down Storm in round 1, 2-0. 2-0. What do you think about Shadow of the Grave in Seismic Swan Assault combo? If you're worried about fizzling, and... the problem with that in Seismic Swans is you have to combo off with mana up, and I don't know how often that'll happen. The dream's alive! The kids might be eaten tonight! Oh, sweet. Well, off to a good start. Beating Storm always feels good, because Storm can be a tough deck to beat. And we don't have that much interaction. It's not like we're a control deck with tons of counters and stuff, so... Well, won the die roll. The good runs continue until we see our hand. Oh boy. Trip Hierarch, Double Mantis Rider, Path, and a Voice. Yeah, we're not keeping that one. Okay. Well, I guess if we scry into lands, this is good. Thinking of building Kiki Cord, how good is it in the meta? No, the kids thing, I don't actually have kids. It's a treasure chest running joke that's been going on. Oh, that's alright, Ryu. Do you think that you will be making a non-living and cycling combo deck for Against the Odds? It seems like a pretty good possibility. I'm very excited for cycling. Better hurry, I can actually play Momir tonight. Filthy casual. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. It can't be true. Our opponent's going to 4. Which website do you build your deck lists? I build my deck lists primarily on Magic Online and then put them on MTG Goldfish. Who has a better beard, me or Caleb D? Oy. I mean, I'm probably biased, but I'm going to go with me. Caleb does have a sweet beard, though. I think CVM is probably in the running as far as Magic beards. This is the Freak Fandango Orchestra. I love seeing Richard's comment on Commander Clash saying he finally understands why commenters feel so frustrated. Yes, that was pretty good. I think that maybe Richard will be back for a guest episode here before too long. How about Against the Odds Gideons? Yes, that sounds like the next 34 Rhinos. We probably will have to do that. Pumped Up Monk, Wino Face Cam. Just haven't done it. And when we've talked about it, it's always gotten kind of mixed reviews as far as doing it or not. But it's something that could happen in the future. Tweaked, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big Scoops here for our new subscriber. Opponent has the Ooze. Yeah, Mrs. Mulligan is a really great addition. And I'm sure Richard will definitely be back for guest episodes and may even be back in a more substantial manner at some point. That's the great thing about seasons is they always change. So just because someone's gone now doesn't mean they won't be back for a future season. Would I ever use Discord for suggestions on Against the Odds decks? I guess I could. I really need to get more used to the Discord. It came up, for me, I try to stay in there and just like keep an eye on things in kind of a moderator role, but I haven't been too active, and part of that is because it started during spoiler season when we were doing all of the extra spoiler videos, so I was just so crushed. Because we did all of our normal stuff, and then did all of... This is suspicious. Huh. So chat, is this a bluff attack? Or does our opponent have a trick? What is our opponent playing? How does this go horribly wrong? Is the music loud? Oh, well, music will go down then if it's loud. There we go. That should be a bit better. It's a trap? Alright, we won't take the chance. It's only 2 damage. Our opponent mulliganed a bunch of times. Probably no reason to take any risk there. Opponent passes. Another Ziggurat. Alright. Actually, let's just Rhino, I think. Or we Sphinx and Path. Yeah, that's fine. Well, I don't want to Path Ooze. Let's just Rhino. I think Rhino's fine here. If we can figure out how to tap for all these colors of mana. This deck. And then next turn we can Falkenrath with haste. Yeah, I don't know what our opponent has, but that attack was just so strange. I don't really know what they're on, which is making this harder. Some sort of banned deck. I'm looking for a new modern deck, but can't decide on what I currently have. Pure Steel, 8-Rack, Elves, any advice? So you like combo-y decks. Alright, it's a Spell Queller. Well, we get to get in with Mantis Rider, and we can path that eventually. Is it Nightfall? Yeah, we can always Sphinx and path next turn. I still want to know what trick our opponent has. What do they have that lets them attack with that ooze? I guess it could be Bat Amulet as well. Vile Shrew. Yeah, the 5-0 is definitely hard. For some reason, it's a lot harder to 5-0. Hey, Alana's back. Can you take a look at this Commander deck? My first combo deck recently added Tooth and Nail. Want to get some opinions? Oh boy, Leovold. Leovold Doomsday. That looks like a deck that I would really enjoy playing. Also, miserable for opponents. So, Tooth and Nail for Mikaeus and Triskelion. I like it. I think it looks reasonable. It actually looks like a lot of fun. Opponent passes. We get more Mantis Riders. Chariot of Flame. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. Alright, let's just keep mantising. Leave up our path. Maybe path this Queller at some point. They just have mono Queller.hand. Alright. Sure. We only have one path. Alright, well, let's attack with Mantis Rider. I'm guessing our opponent doesn't attack, or doesn't block. If they do, we get a huge blowout. No blocks. I think we just get back Siege Rhino if we're going to path. The problem is this turns on Collected Company. But that probably doesn't matter because we have Falkenrath Aristocrats. Yeah, I think the Rhino Queller is more valuable. One of my friends made an EDH deck worth $2,000, but no one wants to play against it. That sounds like it could be pretty overpowered and maybe unfun to play against. The Frozen Celt, 2 months in a row. Welcome back to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our resubscriber. Opponents down to 6. Feeling like we're in pretty good shape. We have some good threats. Collected Company is a bit of a concern. Alright, there's the retreat. We would like to kill our opponent before they randomly combo off. There's a land. So our opponent gets scry value. We do force our opponent to double chump if they don't have removal. No. They can just block. Well, yeah, I guess they do have to double chump, which probably wins us the game anyway. Looking for a new modern deck, but I can't decide. Oh, sorry, Brendan. Alright, opponent scoops it up onto the sideboard. Geez. That's a really, that's a tricky question. So, are you looking for, like, a competitive deck to play tournaments, or just play for fun? I think it really depends on what your goal is. But it seems like you like combo-y style decks. Maybe, I mean, maybe the Storm deck, the Gift Storm deck, Ad Nauseam, even the new, like, Eggs deck, maybe? I don't know. I might be misreading your preference, but we did win against Storm, and now we're up a game against Nightfall, whatever it is. I want to build a lock deck in Modern, have about $600. What to build? Pipped Up Monk, I think you build probably the red-white prison deck. I guess that's a little bit over $600. That's $800. Why is it $800? Arid Mesa is the big one. Chalice of the Void is the killer. You could try to go like with an enchantment style deck. I think red-white Nahiri Prison is probably the most competitive, and if you go like free win red or something, you're still gonna have the cost of Chalice. You could try like the green-red Ponza Land Destruction deck, but that's kind of a tier lower. The price on Lantern, that's a good question. I'm wondering if Lantern's still going to be playable with Harsh Mentor. Harsh Mentor seems insanely good against Lantern. Lantern is about 1,000 actually. Thanks to Mox Opal and Ensnaring Bridge and Leyline of Sanctity. Also Glimmer Void. Those are all... Mox Opal's over 200 to place at. The other ones are 150, 100. Actually, we got a sideboard. Oh man. Sideboarding... Nightfall. What are we playing against Nightfall? Not anything. I mean, Spell Queller is fine. Do we even sideboard here? Yoshi Stomper, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. Do we just run it back? I guess we can go like Spell Queller over Kitchen Finks. Staticaster. They gotta have birds and stuff. Staticaster over a Finks. Try it like that, I guess. I think we want Pride Mage because it hits Retreat to Coral Helm. And Retreat to Coral Helm is actually a concern. Geez, we have the control hand. All removal. Misty Rainforest. Opponent cracks it. Teague does get Coco. There's a Hierarch. Not going to path that. Let's just Razor Verge. Pass the turn. Why would you use white bordered anything on Moto? For trolling purposes. Opponent cracks with Web Teeth. What do you like more, beef or Philly cheesesteak? Probably Philly cheesesteak, I'm going to go with. Opponent has Tireless Tracker. Well, I think we're going to have to Abrupt Decay that. Don't really want our opponent to start getting clues. Man, these Gemstone Mines. Takes some getting used to have lands that disappear quickly. Pass the turn. Glad I could catch the stream. Was thinking about buying Mono Black Devotion Control. Seems good with Gifted Aetherborn. Any opinions on the deck style? I think it's a fun deck, and it's been seeing more play. It's not tier 1 by any means, but I think it's playable. Opponent appears to have Collected Company. Well, Razor Verge. And let's just Pridemage. Pass the turn. Hope this company is not too bad. What modern deck do I play outside of videos? I often play, when I'm playing for fun, primarily control decks, like Blue-White Control, Jeskai Control, Blue-White Emiria, also combo to a lesser extent. Mono-Green Harmonize EDH. Fenry, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big Scoops here. Uh-oh, there's a Knight for our new subscriber. I think we just got to path that now. It's so painful to use that counter, but I think that's what we got to do. Maisumaru. Power and toughness equal to twice the number of cards in your hand. Ooh, that's a cool theme to have. Psychosis Crawler. Mono green card advantage. I like it. That looks like a kind of deck I would play if I was going to play mono green. very, very nice. Opponent gets in 4-4. Yup. Down to 16. What else? Scavenging Ooze. Passes. Well, let's Anafenza, I think. Don't really want to spend this last counter yet. They have the Queller. Not feeling great about the position we're in right now. We're up a match so far with five color creatures. Deck. No attacks. We'll just pass. Any space for a single copy of Olivia Voldaren. You could take out an Aristocrat or a Siege Rhino. Like, you could have flexibility there. I don't know if Olivia Voldaren would be better than the options we already have in the 4-drop slot. Oh, yes. I forgot to update. Usually that happens when we lose, not when we win. Alright, we are officially 1-0 and up a game. Opponent has the Selfless Spirit. Yeah, these Gemstone Mines. I don't know about these Gemstone Mines. All my cards got jacked out of my car a few days ago trying to build a new cheap modern deck. What kind of deck would you pick? I'm going Mono Green Stompy once the new set comes out. Yeah, Mono Green Stompy is a great cheap modern option. No, this is a deck I got beat by recording against the odds this week. And I had to look up the list because it looked pretty crazy. Yep, opponent gets in. Yep. I guess we take it. That's a lot of damage. Oh, this Exalted. This Exalted is doing us in. Stomping Grounds. Tapped. Opponent does have Queller mana. Ooh, alright. Well, let's play Gemstone Mine. Let's play Voice of Resurgence. And pass the turn. Now we can chump with Voice, which is nice. Maybe I should have got in with Anafenza there. It just feels so risky. Opponent. Do we cash in our gemstone mine? I think we take it for now. We take it. Hope we draw a land, maybe. I'm trying to do MTG content for public in my country. What do you recommend starting with? Oh, geez. Like a specific kind of content or something? I actually don't know if I have a good answer for that. I started writing articles before videos, but I don't know if that's necessarily the right way to do it or just how I did it. So I don't know if it really makes a difference. I would write about or make videos about whatever you enjoy. I think enjoying the content and enjoying what you're doing is one of the most important parts of the whole thing. Alright, let's pass. Not going to go attacking. Gotta play defense. No collected company, please. Why not use Mere Retriever in the ICK or KCI combo deck? I think that it's not really used because Scrap Trawler basically does that and more, and there's not enough room, but you could use that to serve the role of getting something back. So it's playable there. There is not a dedicated Exalted deck in Modern. Not a tier deck, at least. There might, I'm sure that someone has played one, but not a known one. Our opponent's deck is pretty close. They have been exalting us like crazy. Thinking about making zombies, what colors do you use? Well, I think you start off with mono black and then go from there. Ooh, hoo, 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 hoo. Mom's home. If we got Grizzle Daddy, we got Falcon Mama. That is pretty good here. How do we do this without dying horribly? That's true. 2 Mere Retrievers do go infinite. That's a good point. Had an awesome Jund-based Splinter Twin control deck in Legacy Cube, but no sweepers. Lost round 1 to Mirroring Crusader, round 2 to Geist to Saint Traps. Do control decks need Wrath? They are very helpful. I have definitely had control decks without Wrath and lost for that reason. So I actually had a mono black zombie list in my brewing article that went up on Sunday on the website. So if you go to MTG Goldfish, it's on there. But I think you start with mono black, and then there's a ton of possibilities. Black blue has a lot of potential. Black white maybe has potential. I'm not as high on black white as a lot of people seem to be. Esper has potential. Black red I think has potential because of some of the removal options like magma spray that seem very powerful in standard. What do you think of Throne of the Pharaoh Gods and Embalmer Tools in Esper Zombie list? I haven't really thought about that. I don't have a good answer. Deep Fiend is, yeah, I love that card. That card's so good. Alright, I guess we do this again. Mom number 2. Falcon Mom Aristocrat. And I guess we start getting in with one of them. New subscriber. Oh, 595902413. 5 months in a row. Like always, we love you, Seth. Well, I love you too, 595. Thank you for your subscription. Welcome back to the Fishbowl. Big scoops here for our re-subscriber. Yeah, I think we just go with one for now. I'll feel more comfortable once we can start leaving up Abrupt Decay. Still worried about a collected company. Alright, no company yet. Valken welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you, oh dear, for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. So we have to live 2 turns and not die to this Gavany Township. Chuck Kick, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. So many subscriptions. This is actually Falconwrath Aristocrat. Looks a bit like Olivia, but is not. It's the Falcon Mom. Can we get against the odds pool around mechanics instead of cards, like Exalted? Ooh, I think that's a fun idea. I'm down for that. Pillar of the Perunes, eh? Well, we gotta play it. Opponent pumps everything. Alright, so attack with 1 Falconwrath Aristocrat. Made a modern Harsh Mentor deck. Ooh, yes. Eidolon Harsh Mentor, ooh, Skepclan Berserker, Rurik Thar, Thorn, sweet. That looks pretty fun. I like Rurik Thar a lot. That's a very punishing card that doesn't really see any play. So I think what we do is we get in here, put our opponent to 7. Ooh, our opponent's gonna block. Does this mean our opponent has Path? Alright, well, I mean, I guess we sack. We might be playing into a Path here. Get the big Elemental. Alright, that's fine. That worked very well for us. I am more than happy with trading up our Elemental and getting rid of the Spirit and still having Abrupt Decay in hand. That worked about as good as it possibly could. This is why he should be playing on the Against Odds poll, please. I believe that next week we will be able to start Against the Odds Amonkhet Edition. Very excited for that. My friend happens to have a low converted mana cost green deck. Would that do well? It could. Mono, I'm assuming modern. Mono green Stompy is a deck that can be played and is a good budget option in modern. Can we not die to this board full of township stuff? Knight of the Reliquary. Is our opponent going to try to start attacking? 2 cards left in hand. Still has township mana. Are you streaming Amonkhet Tuesday? Any chance of an early stream Monday? Yes. I will tell you for sure on Thursday. There's a chance that we might just move the Tuesday stream until Monday and do a Amonkhet Spectacular. So we're not 100% yet, but I will let you know for sure. How do you feel they're going to ban things for standard come next announcement? I feel new cards coming are great, but will be useless against combo. Yes, I'm expecting that. Yeah, I'll let you know Thursday for sure what the schedule is going to be. Ooh, another voice. All right. Voice is good. So play voice. How do we win here? Do we just attack with both aristocrats, I think? Oh, we're going to have to do so much sacking, though. Let's just attack with one again. I think this is fine. Is our opponent going to take it? How do I submit decks for Commander Clash? You can leave them in the comments of the YouTube videos or on the Goldfish site. Alright, opponent's down to 8. We'll pass the turn. So, bannings next week. Bannings. Felidar Guardian is banned. That's the one thing that needs to happen. In Standard, it will be awesome. It is so simple. That's all you gotta do. You don't gotta ban stuff for a bunch of decks. You don't gotta ban anything else. Saheeli is a fine ban as well, but I tend to think they won't ban a Planeswalker. So I am hoping and praying and crossing my fingers and everything else I can do that that they will ban Felidar Guardian or Saheeli, but most likely Felidar Guardian. The True King Fishy, 6 months in a row. Thanks for all the content you create. Well, thank you for your subscription. Welcome back to the Fishbowl. Big scoops here for our resubscriber. Do I think Death Shadow will get the axe? I'm expecting no changes in Modern. Here goes the pumping of the dorks. 1-4-0-2-1-4-1-0-2-8-5. 3 months in a row. When's the next Goat Magic? I just sent the next Goat Magic to the editor today, so as soon as they get it up, it might be as soon as next Thursday. If not next Thursday, definitely the week after that. So here's the thing. I was distracted, didn't get to talk about the bannings as much as I wanted to. Here's the thing about the bannings. And the thing about the bannings is, oh, Staticaster would have been good in some worlds, but not right now. Well, I guess we keep doing the same thing. Get in with one. How low does our opponent go? Uh-oh. 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 Sacks a land. What's happening? So the thing about the bannings is, yeah, so far so good. If Wizards bans Felidar Guardian, that also makes Mardu much, much worse. I don't think Mardu's scary if we can get rid of Felidar Guardian, because then you can play cards that are good against Mardu vehicles. I mean, Mardu will still be good, but I don't think it'll be what it is today. Because the biggest problem is, right now, and I've used this example before, but you want to play 4 Magma Sprays to kill Scrap Heap. That will make your Mardu matchup much, much better if that's your 1-mana removal spell. But you can't do that right now, because if you do, then you die to the Copycat combo because you don't have Shock available. Oh, really? Alright. Well, we get another Elemental out of the deal. I don't know if this is good in the long run, though. It should be ban Saheeli because I think Felidar and Standard would be so much as long as there's no Saheeli Rai. Yeah, Felidar would be alright by itself. That's true. Pass the turn. Jeez, are we just going to lose to our opponent slowly building up their board? Their stuff is getting pretty big. That was quite the draw. Jeez, we're going to lose. Wow. Okay. Blessed Alliance into Path to Exile off the top of our opponent's deck. Whew, Lord. That's very disappointing. Oh, jeez. Okay. They even have Kessig Wolfrun. We're probably just dead here. Wow. Oh, those draws. Oh, brutal. I started a straw poll to get people's opinions on getting a webcam. Would I do it? Possibly. There's township activation. Yup. I guess we're just dead? Oh boy. Well, run Staticaster out there. Not that it does anything. Yeah? Alright. Wow! That is so disappointing. If they did bring back... Wait, what are we talking about? Ponder and Preordain? Oh man, if Ponder was in the format, it would be played in everything. It would be played in everything. We're just dead here. Our deck is not answers, so we don't really have a way to deal with our opponent's audio's cutting out. Is audio cutting out for other people? Huh. What do we board in? Okay, audio's good. Well, try refreshing if you were the person that had your audio cut out. Try refreshing. Hopefully that'll take care of it for you. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm pausing so much that people think the audio's cutting out. That's not a good thing. Fulminator for Township is an interesting idea. I don't know if it's worth it or not. What is going on with Modern Magic Choice 70 fetches and Lily? It's at an annual high point for MTG cards. Will they come down this summer, do you think? It's really hard to say. If there's not more supply, then probably not. I don't know if we change anything. I kind of want the other Staticaster. We can go down the Finks, go up another Staticaster. I don't know if we really want to be fighting the land battle. Alright, we'll go up one Fulminator. And try it like that. Have I ever brewed for Pauper? Not really. Ooh. Jeez. Okay. I like this hand. I like this hand. So, Ancient Ziggurat, pass the turn. We have Tide Hollow into Pride Mage. Hopefully a land into double Falcon Mom. And that should be pretty good. Opponent passes. Pillar of the Perrunes. So, start off with Tide Hollow. One multicolor, one creature mana. Company, Ooze, Voice. We will just take Company, I think. Opponent has no flyers, so if we just get to start aristocrating, that might just win us the game. There's a Voice. Yup. We draw Pride Mage. We'll play Gemstone Mine. Play Qasali Pride Mage. Gotta play the birds. Start eating away at our Gemstone Mine. Get in with Tide Hollow. Voice is not that great against us. We don't really play at instant speed, so it just doesn't do much of anything. Hit our opponent. Down to 17. Pass the turn. Oh, sorry, Awesome Dude. Yes, if Awesome Dude puts up a poll... Yes, Awesome Dude. If you put up a poll, I will tell people they should vote for it. There's the Wolf Run. And Knight of the Reliquary. And Offenza, well, we're just going aggro. Hopefully our opponent doesn't draw their combo pieces, and we just kill them real quick. So, Falcon Wrath, number 1. Get in for 5 in the air. Opponent's down to 12. 2 turds. We need 2 turds. I think I'm missing a big conversation about bannings, and I'm so far behind in the conversation, I can't actually catch up. Yes, Awesome Dude poll, should I have a face scan for streaming, yes or no? So feel free to vote in Awesome Dude's poll if you're interested. Against odds, horsemanship or banding. The challenge with those ones are that they are legacy only, pretty much. I guess banding could be in modern, but mostly legacy, which actually makes them much harder. Aristocrat number 2. Get in with both. I mean, this is it. Our opponent needs to combo off here. And it's going to be hard because we have Pride Mage. So, if they, well, they might be able to combo off through the Pride Mage. Start getting the night value. Time Traveling Terminator, 6 months in a row. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. There is a bit of music quietly in the background. Well, we need to do a Against the Odds poll for what mechanics should be on the Against the Odds poll. This probably won't be until for a little bit, because we got to do special episode Amonkhet. Actually, this week we have Tunnel Vision coming out tomorrow. Next week would be Against the Odds Amonkhet in Modern. And then the following week... Ooh, and a Path. Alright, feeling good. We just got to connect with one. The company's under our Sculler. There's the company. Opponent, how do they get out of this? Double Flyer plus Path or something? And our opponent scoops it up on to 2-0 with 5 color creatures in Modern. Whoo, this deck's sweet. So yeah, against the odds schedule-wise, and I want to get back in on the banning conversation because it looked really interesting, but I was trying to win this match and got lost a little bit. We are playing a league. We are playing a Modern league. So do we have Goldfish plushies? Not currently, but if you want Goldfish plushies, send a message to Richard and let him know, because he does all the merch stuff as far as actually getting it made and whatnot. The dream's alive! The dream is alive! And our opponent said, we're at 7 minutes and 40 seconds. Our opponent's at 7 minutes 38 seconds. And our opponent said, come on, dude, I gotta go. Really? It's not like I'm playing way slower than you are, and I'm also hanging out with all the super cool people in the chat. Alright. So, while you're voting and thinking about bannings, Death Shadow needs to be banned. It changed how the game is played. You don't want to bolt your opponent because it goes Shadow. I'm not convinced that Death Shadow needs to be banned. I'm not sold on that. Maybe I could be talked into it, but I don't think Death Shadow is that good. I mean, it's a strong card, but it doesn't feel broken or really degenerative to me. But I don't know. Maybe I'm underestimating it. Alright. Mishra's Bobble. Yeah, it's not a very good card either, though. Quick 30-second commercial for some of you, and then on to round 3!
I got my Spark Cash card from Cap.
Jay Zoller. Really, Jay Zoller? Every mechanic that I dislike. Really? What's up, Buttmaster? Alright, on to round 3. 2-0. 2-0. One more win guarantees us a treasure chest, but the dream's alive. We're going for so much more. A ban on Phyrexian Mana. The cards I would miss, and I agree in theory, I think that Phyrexian Mana just should not have been made the way it is made. We've talked about this before. I think Phyrexian Mana, Dismember needed to say, if you control a swamp, you may pay Phyrexian Mana cost, etc. Like they did with some of the old cards. I think that that's what they should have done with Phyrexian Mana. The two cards I would miss would be, I think Spellskite is actually a good and important card in Modern. So I would be sad to see Spellskite go. And then I would also be sad to lose Surgical Extraction. Although, you can play Extirpate. It's not like there's that effect doesn't exist in Modern without Extraction. But Extraction is very good. Yes, Awesome Dude has a poll going about face cams. Jay Zoller has a poll going listing all of my least favorite mechanics. But you know what? I would do that. I would do all the mechanics I hate poll for Against the Odds. And you could pick the mechanic that I hate that you want me to play the most, and I would do it. That's how much I love all of you in the chat. Spreading Seas. Okay. That gives us blue mana for Mantis Rider. Score. So Mana Confluence, blue, red, white. Get in with our Mantis Rider. We can also destroy it if this is Merfolk and they're going to try to island walk us. But the island isn't really hurting us much at the moment. Yeah? Our opponent helped us. Not in fact. In fact isn't a mechanic. It's a mistake. As funny as it sounds, I actually liked Infect in Limited. I think Infect was it had a really interesting effect on Limited. But it's not as great for Constructed. Silvergill reveals Lord of Atlantis. Oh man, we gotta just get this beat down. There's a Mutavault. And the Ether Vial. Well, come on, Falkenrath Aristocrat. Gemstone Mine. We're just going for it. We are beating down as quickly as possible before our opponent can get all their lords online. It's Falkenrath time. That's just such a fast-flying clock. Mantis Rider into Falkenrath Aristocrat is so much unexpected damage in the air. No one expects... I mean, our opponent's taking so much damage. If they want to trade with Pride Mage, that's great. You go for it. They do. Sure. Opponent's down to 8. Pass the turn. Paragate, 6 months in a row. The infinite energy combo you pulled off last Commander Clash was the most surprising turn of events I've seen in a while. Oh man, that Commander Clash was so fun. That deck was such a blast to play. Here's the deck I was talking about earlier. Actually, welcome back to the Fishbowl, by the way, Paragate, and big scoops here for our new subscriber. Here's the deck I was talking about earlier. My obviously open to any suggestions. Devoted Vizier, Druid, -1/-1 counters, etc. Well, that looks like it would get Emrakul's pretty consistently. The only problem I see with this combo is it does get disrupted by a lot of common removal. Whether or not that's actually like a deal breaker, yeah, you know, who knows. But that is the one I guess question I have about it is, does the fact that it gets disrupted by so much removal take away from how playable it is? Well, we will replay Aristocrat. Keep attacking. Hard to imagine our opponent winning this turn. They're going to need quite the string of lords to win from here. ATO Mechanics best choice. All right, Jay Zoller, let's see. What's winning? Skulk, Renown, Aftermath. All right, Menace is at the bottom at least. Oh, Skulk is so bad. And our opponent scoops it up. Wow, the dream! We are officially halfway through a league, and we are still on the 5-0 track. It is happening. Smokestack Sundial of the Infinite. That sounds pretty fun. I love Smokestack. I don't know if Sundial is the best way of abusing it, but it definitely could work. The other problem with mechanics is Legacy. It's really hard to make good against the odds decks in Legacy. Not that we shouldn't do it once in a while. I'm down with doing Legacy against odds once in a while, but there's so many potentially cool against the odds cards that we just really can't do very well because they're in Legacy. And we're just going to get Force of Willed and just get wrecked by the Legacy format. I honestly haven't been following Modern the past few months properly. Oh, that's not to me. So I don't know. Have I ever met Huge Ass from Channel Fireball? I don't believe so, Captain Jam. Will I be making against the odds of Glorious End? That seems like that'll be one on the poll. I haven't actually decided. This is a good question for all of you. So next week is going to be a special episode of Against the Odds for Amonkhet. What do you want to see for week 1? I guess this is special stream viewer Against the Odds poll. Not that it's going to necessarily happen, but what's the week 1 Against the Odds special episode card? I have some ideas in the back of my head, but I haven't actually decided what the right one is yet. Man, we do not have a sideboard for this matchup. Yikes. Well, I guess we just try to win main deck. Removal. We could bring in, I guess, a Spell Queller doesn't even seem great. Jeez, none of this stuff seems great. All Gideon's, Glorious End, Second Son. Vile Smasher deck? That sounds like a sweet legacy option. Gideon Tribal, seems like Gideon Tribal and Second Son are the two big vote getters so far. We're just going to bring in one Tide Hollow. As Foretold's another good one. A lot of Gideon Tribal, Cat Tribal. Ooh. Did someone say Colorless Boggles? You went 5-0 with it as well? Sweet. Vile Smasher and Legacy 5-0. That's pretty impressive. Yeah, Black White Zombies seems like more of a budget Magic deck than Against the Odds to me. Minotaur Tribal, that's possible. What's up, your Uncle Sam? Glorious End. Centaur's Tribal. Merfolk folds into Attrition Plan, Cut Voice, play Scullers, Quellers. Alright, we'll do that more next game. I don't know if we can keep this. This hand just doesn't do much, and it's not particularly fast. I think we're going to ship that one. Alright. This is kind of better. Birds into Pride Mage to blow up an Ether Vial, perhaps? Alright, no Ether Vial. Ooh, Vulcan Mama. There's the birds. Pass the turn. So now we get Pride Mage, Birds, Rhino, Aristocrat. This hand might just be fast enough. The Vile Smasher deck looked competitive, just like Delver, but you can randomly 10 or 18 people. I'll have to look up the list. That sounds super sweet. Opponent has Silvergill Adept. Well, play Pillar. Play a Quasali Pride Mage. We have a new subscriber, your Uncle Sam. Oh, not new. 6 months in a row. Didn't put your name even once. Oh, you got an easy one, your Uncle Sam. But welcome back to the Fishbowl. Definitely appreciate the support. Big scoops here for our re-subscriber. All right, pass the turn. Well, this works. Since we drew a mine, even if our opponent plays this Tidebinder and taps down one of our things, we still get a 4-drop next turn. What's up, Nastier Nate? Ah, yes, we are Pillar of the Perunzing our way through Modern. 5-color creatures. What's our opponent tapping here? Alright, gonna tap our Pride Mage. Sure. Master of the Waves, I guess, is still a concern. Here comes the Silvergill. Down to 18. Well, Gemstone Mine. And I think we just start with Falkenrath. You need to play Approach of the Second Sons for Against the Odds. It says I win the game. Yeah, and that's usually at the top of the Against the Odds list, or cards that say I win the game. Jump to the top of the list. That's what Against the Odds is all about. 5 of the first 10 league games my friend played on Moto were against Merfolk. I guess that's not that surprising. I don't think... Maybe this isn't a good justification. But I think there's an outside chance that we could have to chump block this turn. That's why I left the birds up. And I'm not sure this mana is going to be relevant. We're going to empty our hand next turn, most likely. So I'm not sure we're going to need this Gemstone Mine. We're never going to draw an extra card, so we don't have much to do with it. There's the Lord. This is a lot of damage. At least they didn't fire up Mutavault. Yep. Down to 12. Wouldn't mind drawing a land here. Ziggurat. Alright, so white and green. Lead on Voice of Resurgence. What's our opponent have? We might be just not fast enough. Second Son plus Marvel, casting off Marvel first time is okay. Yeah, that seems to be a good plan. The deck list is right here, if you would like to see it. Alright, it's a Vapor Snag on our Falcon Mom. So we replay Falcon Mom. Maybe we just got a Siege Rhino? Falcon Mom hit our opponent to 10. The problem is, we're tapped out except for Voice. 3, 6, 9, 10, 11. We're dead on board. If they have another Vapor Snag, we're dead to Spreading Seas. If we play Rhino, our clock is so much slower, though. This is actually a tough play. I think we have to play Aristocrat and take the riskier line. There's a chance that this line ends up killing us. And we know that going into it. But I think it's the only line that gives us a chance of winning. Our opponent doesn't know about the Rhino. So there's a chance they like overswing and we're able to kill them on the crackback. That's basically our hope of winning here. If they can beat us next turn, then good on them. They got us. We have a new subscriber. But I don't see where it is. What? Where'd it go? Master of the Pearl Trident. Binary Swordsman, 2 months in a row, says, play the... Oh, no. Yep. Dead. Alright. Fair enough. Welcome back, Binary Swordsman. Big Scoops here for our new subscriber. I think that was the correct line. I do. So, I don't know, you can say it was a punt, but I think that was the right play there. Because I don't think we win by playing the Rhino is the thing. What 3 cards would I print into Modern if we could? The thing is, we don't actually win by playing Rhino. Like, we live one more turn, but our opponent's at 15, so I still don't think we win. So I don't know. I guess it's up for debate, but it's hard to call that a direct punt in my opinion. But I'm not the punt master. That's all of you. So if it's a punt, I accept it. I guess we can bring in Tide Hollows. Go down Voice. Go up a Spell Queller. Go down a Voice. Try it like that. Be a bit more disruptive. Alright, we get to play first. Alright. Turn 2, Tide Hollow. Turn 3, Aristocrat. Sizian, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big Scoops here for our new subscriber. Would like to see some Tier 1 Modern decks on stream. We don't play tier decks all that often, but that's an interesting request. I will keep that in mind moving forward. Maybe we'll do a tier stream at some point. Opponent passes. Oh, Lord Almighty. This one's looking pretty over for us. Good God, this hand is insane. So, let's Tide Hollow our opponent. things are looking good. Looking good. Get to take something from our opponent's hand. Make sure they can't kill Falcon Mom. Master of Waves, Vapor Snag, Silvergill, so if we take Vapor Snag, our opponent Silvergill's revealing Tidebinder to draw a card. I guess we gotta take Snag. Play Birds of Paradise, pass a turn. Is there a possible Frontier cards in Modern deck? I'm not sure I know what that question means. There's the Mutavault. There's Silvergill Adept. No more lands, please. Oh my goodness. Oh, Trips Mom. Well, having a hard time imagining that anyone's going to beat Falconwrath Aristocrats 3 turns in a row. Even if our opponent taps one down because they draw an island, I still don't know if that's going to matter. It is the Mom Parade. If they sank the Sculler, you could have replayed it later. Silvergill's better line, but not by much. Opponent did not draw land, gets in with Silvergill. I think we will not block that with our Tidehollow Sculler. We'll take the damage. Aether Vial, not relevant. And I mean, we're gonna keep going. We could leave up Spell Queller, but we're just gonna push our advantage here. Mom number 2. Oh, our poor opponent. Oh, they top decked another Vapor Snag. Alright, well, good draw. I don't think it's going to matter in the end, but get in for 6. Put our opponent to 10. This does mean our opponent's not technically dead on board. Works well for the channel because Saba means mackerel in Japan. I did not know that. Opponent can't stop the moms. Opponent does get a land, so they can tap down an Aristocrat. Yep. I think they're just too slow. They're going to be able to Master of Waves potentially next turn. Still, I'm just not convinced on any of this mattering. So Gemstone Mine and Mom again. Hit our opponent down to 6 with the Aristocrat. Pass the turn. The 5-0 dream. We almost locked in our first treasure chest already with the 3-0. Very close. We're a turn or 2 away. No disasters, no whammies, no open alls. Yeah, this card is very strong. I mean, I guess you can get away with that because it's Modern Masters, but Spreading Seas, that feels like desperation for our opponent. They need another Vapor Snag, I guess, just to theoretically live one more turn. And that's assuming we don't just draw land for Spell Queller. Opponent goes beatdowns. Down to 13. Yup, we will take it. Not giving you back your Vapor Snag. Alright, puts a Lord into play. Well, I mean, our opponent has Master of Waves and an Unknown. If that Unknown is Vapor Snag. Oh, okay, this does it. I think. Do we have the right colors of mana? So, white, blue, red. Yeah, this does it. So we can just Mantis Rider and leave up Spell Queller. And this guarantees, even if our opponent did draw another Vapor Snag, we still got him. So that works. We were likely good with just going with the Aristocrat, but might as well play it safe. Sweet! 3-0! 3-0! 2 more for the 5-0. The dream is alive. What creature type is Long Horse? How do you feel about inadvertently greatly increasing the cost of my budget brews? I wish it didn't happen. There's sort of mixed feelings. Number one, I wish it didn't happen. It kind of defeats, to some extent, at least in the short term, the the purpose of making budget decks. It does also, I guess, in some ways feel good, because it shows me that people are actually buying the decks and they like them, so I guess I'm honored in that sense, but I would much rather have that not happen. Will I ever play Azami Lady of Scrolls on Commander Clash? I guess. It seems like, I think Tomer has done that. The problem is it's so combo-y, but it does draw cards. Am I conscious of the impact that my channel has on the MTG economy? I guess it depends on what you mean by conscious. Do I think I'm not going to make a deck? I'm not going to build this deck because it might have some impact on prices? No. Or I'm not going to do this deck tech. I think, is this deck cool? Is it fun? Do I like playing it? Is this deck tech something that I would want to see a deck tech of? Does it catch my interest? Is it entertaining and different? Like, those are my main concerns with making decks and videos. So I'm aware, I guess, of the price stuff, but it doesn't change anything, I guess. The only thing it does for me is makes me very conscious about staying very far away from any sort of speculation or buying of any cards that I use in my decks, because that's the one thing I don't even want to have the appearance of, that I'm trying to in any way profit off of the decks. I mean, I guess it's my job to make them, so I profit off of them in that sense. But as far as buying and selling cards, that I stay very far away from that, and I wouldn't be as conscious of that aspect of it if it wasn't for all the price stuff and people making a big deal about it. Speaking of deck tags, will I be playing Grixis Ninjas? Not only will we be playing it, I already have been playing it and recording it for Sunday, and it is awesome. It is so sweet. I'm very excited for this one. We've had some janky Muncha Brews recently, but oh man, this deck is so sweet. So yeah, I'm very happy with it. It's way sweeter than I imagined as I was doing the deck tech. The store I worked at sold 50 Swans of Burnagold the day after Seismic Swans video. Oh, excuse me. I've heard that from other people too, that like, oh, the video's posted, then all of a sudden people are coming in and buying them. And that part of it's cool. Like, I wish it didn't impact the prices, but it is cool to know that people see these decks and are like, oh, that looks fun, I want to play it. That part makes me feel good. Yeah, we can't keep just Reflecting Pool. We can keep this. It's not ideal. Gemstone Mine, Double Anafenza. But, alright, Reflecting Pool we will keep. We'll give it a shot. So, Mana Confluence, go. Teluis seems sweet. I haven't played it yet, but I wouldn't be surprised if that one ends up winning. Although, no, actually, never mind. The deck tag that goes out tomorrow is going to win this week. There's... I almost guarantee you. Alright, I guarantee that the deck tag that gets posted tomorrow will be the winning deck tag. I would be so shocked if that one wasn't the winner. And it might not be as competitive as Teluis, but oh man. I'm expecting it to get to get a lot of votes. Well, I guess since this is Abrupt Decay, we don't really have to play it now. Our opponent can't counter it. I I'm the most popular deck tech of the week. The one that I would predict going into it would be the one that comes out tomorrow. Guy in my store is playing Jeskai Soulfire Grandmaster Swans. Ooh, that's sweet. Have I ever experienced a maximum value of Daxos and Chromaticor? No, I don't think so. It's not in fact, it's not in fact. Caleb played Talos Wisp. It's a weaker version of Spirits. I thought I saw Sean McLaren playing a version of it. I don't know if it's the same exact deck or not, but alright, I guess we take one from Delver. Opponent could play like a young Pyromancer or something, and that might be more important to kill. This matchup, it might be annoying that we're draining our life. Ooh, Jeskai Delver. If our opponent plays nothing... Alright. Huh. Oh. Okay. Well, I don't know what's happening, but we're going to kill the Delver. We can block the other stuff pretty easily. Pridemage. Well, play Gemstone Mine. White, green, and green. And we're just going to play Kitchen Finks first. If our opponent wants to, like, shoot it down and get it back and all that stuff, whatever. That's fine. 24-hour Infect charity stream sounds amazing. Jay Zoller has been pushing that for a long time. I've never done a 24-hour stream. Don't know if I ever will. I mean, I guess there's some world where that could happen. The announcement about the Commander 2017 decks is pretty exciting. So there are tribal decks, 4 decks this go around instead of 5. So that's exciting. All tribal decks, also exciting. Kevin G, 216, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. So all tribal decks, 4 decks coming out this summer instead of this fall, winter, whatever it is. So coming out in August, I believe, so much earlier than normal. So if you're waiting for your commander fix, you don't have a long wait. Well, playing Offenza, I don't think we're gonna Pridemage. It's just gonna die to Lavamancer anyway. Pass the turn. Twisted Nails, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. Yes, that's right. We are officially 3-0. When you know it, I always update when we're going 0-4, but forget to update when we are crushing it. Ah, the step links and no removal. This might be a bad matchup for us. Ooh, Elder Dragon. Oh, boy. Oh, golly. Golly gee. Gee willikers. Yep, we're dead. That was a good one. Double path. Stupid step links. Ay. So much damages. This looks like a Tribal Flame Zoo deck, so they probably are just going to 5 us with Tribal Flames. Well, we're 3-0 Skyworthies, so I guess it's fair that we run into removal eventually. Yes, we take 1,000,000. So, no, not conceding. Red, white, and blue. Huh? Red, white. There we go. Red, white, and blue, Mantis Rider. And now I guess we just play Pridemage as well. If our opponent wants to use Lavamancer to shoot it down, that's better than shooting us in the face at this point, since we're so close to being dead. If the 24-hour Infect pull wins, can you do it, please? Think of the children. Oh, I must have missed the poll. I didn't say a curse word. Oh, G Willikers? G Willikers isn't a curse word. Well, let me see this poll. Oh, it's just yes or no, yes in all formats. I see. Well, everyone's going to vote yes to that. Or yes in all formats, apparently. 8 of you were smart enough to say no. Yep, there goes our Pride Mage. Opponent, more fetch lands. Oh, man, this is so bad. Are we really just chumping? Is this the life we lead? Chumping this, If not, we drop to 4 with a Lavamancer out. Daft Funk, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. Against Odds, Mulligan to 5 is still on the list to get to eventually. Well, yeah. That was a draw. That was a draw we will not complain about even a little. Yeah, that's a Siege Rhino. Watch our opponent have a counter. That would be miserable. Alright, Rhino up to 10. Pass the turn. Bring it, Zoo. Double Tribal Flames, you're dead. Path number 3, you're dead. Yep, pumps up the Step Links. Not a fetch land for once. Are they going to shoot the Rhino, bolt the Rhino? Oh, come on, another Rhino off the top. Ooh, Helix. That gains our opponent life as well. Alright, opponent hits us for 2. Come on, Rhino. Ooh, Mantis Rider's actually sweet. So, white, red, white, red, blue, Mantis Rider. Get in. Put our opponent down to 6. Oh, that Helix damage is going to keep our opponent alive. The infamous Black Helix. Another land pumps up the Step Links. Opponent attacks. Well, we got to block. We got to block Step Links. Opponent's going to eat our Mantis Rider, but we can't take the damage. It's too risky. Yep. Come on, Rhino. Well? Kitchen Finks is a good one. Wow, we're staying in this game. Huh? Oh, opponent found Remand? What is this deck? What is happening? Remand? Grim Lavamancer? Step Links? What? Yeah, Finks was a very good draw. Huh. I have no idea what our opponent's deck is doing. Gets in for 1 with Lavamancer. I have a feeling we're just about to die to burn spells. I was not expecting Remand. There is some serious craziness going on. Well, Kitchen Finks again. There's a Remand. Pillar of the Perrunes. Kitchen Finks. Number million. Hey, 3rd time's the charm. So we got a Finks down. Opponent's at 6. We're at 7. They still have a Lavamancer with a lot of fuel. If you're having a weird audio issue, I would just refresh. If you reload, it should be fine. Woo! Thank you, deck. Well, get in with Finks. What if our opponent didn't draw another Remand? This is awesome. Opponent takes it. Interesting. Come on, tell me you didn't. You didn't draw a remand. We drew a Finks though. Yes? Oh, wow! Oh, if we take game 1 here, I'm feeling pretty good. Oh, no. Shoots our face? Are we dead to some combination of jank? Helix to 4. They drew lethal burn spells? This deck. Are we... Oh, no! Alright, Steplings. We gotta draw a removal spell or we're dead. Or Mantis Rider, maybe? Siege Rhino? Voice does not do it. Yup, that does it. Wow, what a game! The 5-0 Dream! 5-0 Dream is dying. Well, there was some good running by both players. Our opponent drew the remands, we drew the Finkses, made it a really close game, but in the end, we die to this Steplings chumping. Alright, alright. Well, is it Staticaster? Seems like a big game here. Otherwise, I'm not really sure we changed much. I don't like Tide Hollow in a Grim Lavamancer matchup. That seems pretty bad. I don't know what else we change. Our opponent just Lavamancers us and Lavamancers us, yeah. Oh, that's weird, Justin. I've never heard of that before. Our opponent had lethal on board. They just tap their Lavamancer, untap, tap their Lavamancer. So that's why we conceded there. And our opponent showed themselves to be fairly competent with the way they played that game. So I'm pretty sure that they understood how their Lavamancer worked. I didn't feel like we were going to get that kind of advantage. But they chumped with a 0-1, so our Finks actually didn't die, unfortunately. If we could have found a way to make our Finks die, things would have been good. Yes, people love the idea of 24-hour Infect Stream. Everybody but me loves the idea of 24-hour Infect Stream. Yeah, I guess Pride Mage isn't doing that much. I guess Sigarda's good if we get it down and the game goes long. Alright, let's try that. I mean, Rhinos and Finks are good. I have a pretty big Moto collection. I'm also super lucky to have the ability to borrow cards. Spam Dude, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. Yeah, I don't want to play Infect either, but... Alright, we get to play first. Alright, this hand's good. I mean, we want our birds to live, but... So, Ziggurat and birds. If our birds lives and we get to Finks into Anafenza and stuff, this hand's very strong. If our birds dies to a bolt, it's a little slower. Marsh Flats cracks it. Looks like birds is dying. I have the ability to borrow cards from Card Hoarder, actually, for streaming and making videos. They have a program for streamers and content producers where you can basically borrow cards from their bots and then return them, and pretty sweet. Oh, no! Oh, we need a land so desperately. We really needed that birds to live. So voice is good, but we really need land. If we don't draw land, oh boy, oh boy. Yeah, if we draw the lands, this hand puts them on a very fast clock and should just win us the game. 2 more lands. Man, this is an odd deck that our opponent's playing. I was thinking maybe they just had one of Lavamancer, but it looks like they're actually a Lavamancer deck. There's a Step Links. Come on, land! Oh, boy. That's not the land we wanted. I guess maybe it's the land we deserve. 5-0 Dream! 5-0 Dream is fading. Fading, along with our missed land drops. Thank you, Little Wolf. That's true. I probably won't draw land. Me and lands have a complicated history. No. I don't think it's worth attacking and then taking potentially 4 from Step Links. I think with us missing land drops, we gotta play to stay alive until we get Sphinxes and Vulcanwrath Aristocrats. I think that's where we're at here. I'm sure this is killing our bird since we missed... Yep, there's the fetch. Oh, boy. Cracks the fetch. We will jump with voice here. Because Step Links is so dependent on fetch lands, chumping early is more valuable than in a lot of situations. I do not. I live in New York. Richard and MTG Goldfish, the company, is in California. Alright, another land. Shoots down our birds. I guess if they path, then at least we get our forest. There's a playlist if you were looking for it, or most of it. Yeah, we're going to jump. Fizzle the fetch. Cross our fingers. Come on, deck. Give us a land. Tell your opponent to give them a foil Goyf if they concede. I don't know if the 5-0 is worth a foil Goyf. Yeah, kinda yes. Sorta yes. Technically, that's a land. Unfortunately, we're spending 2 life to try to cast a Sphinx into remand mana. Yup. Oh, boy. Well, you're seeing the downside of being this 5-color deck. We are mana confluencing ourselves into our demise. And it doesn't seem likely that this is going to change. Yikes. What is going on? Alright, well, sure, we will spend 2 more life to attempt a Kitchen Sphinx. Our opponent's playing, is it Guildmage? I have no idea what our opponent's doing. Their Delver didn't flip, so that's a thing. Well, let's see. There's a land. Pumps the Step Links. I mean, it doesn't seem likely that they're... are down a game here to whatever this is. And not feeling super confident. Yeah, we're a little short on giant baitings. That's true. TH3SH1B, 3 months in a row. What's up? Just came back from Indy Comic Con. Was playing MTG, making kids salty. Can I get some cheers? Well, big scoops cheer for TH3SH1B. Welcome back to the Fishbowl. Good job making kids salty, I guess. Oh, this is so brutally painful. This mana base. Oh, so brutal. So brutal. Yep. Oh, no, we're not. We're casting Mantis Rider. Oh, we're shocking ourselves every turn. Yeah, well, take that from Mantis Rider. Opponent has the Bolt, no doubt. That's the turn. They likely set up the Delver flip. Oh, we're in so much trouble. Not good, not good. I wish we could stop hitting ourselves. They somehow didn't set up the Delver flip? What? I'm just running out of ways where I can imagine us stealing this game with this double mana confluence. That's our biggest problem, I think. Opponent passes. Oh man, remand here is so bad. Oh, it's so brutal. Pay 2 more life. Alright, Mantis Rider down. Oh my god! Ah! Oh, the jank! Oh man. Oh my god, this is bad. I feel like, how much life have we paid to these mana confluences? I feel like our opponent hasn't even hit us for any damage. They just bolted us, but I feel like we've dealt at least 7 damage to ourselves here. Ah, I love Chipotle. I do. I mean, it's pretty much City of Brass. In this scenario. Yeah, this draw's been awkward. And, I mean, that happens. That's part of why getting 5-0s is so challenging, is not only do you have to, like, play well and hit good matchup and all that stuff. I mean, is it Guildmage copying Lightning Bolt's pretty janky? You also have to avoid getting just a game where you have bad draws. And in Magic, that happens some percentage of the time. So there's a certain amount of luck built into getting a 5-0. Our opponent's draw has actually been very good. Opponent draw is very good. Our draw, very bad. Does this mean we're just dead? I believe. Yep. All right. Well, we got the bad draw, so there goes. Oh, there you go, deck. Oh, we had so many cards. Like, oh man, I don't even necessarily feel like this is a bad matchup. I feel like we just had a super bad draw because we have a lot of cards that are good in this matchup. Staticaster's insane. 4 Rhinos, 4 Finxes. It's just unfortunate how that game ended up. All right, quick 30-second commercial. Then we'll be back for round 5. See if we can scrape together the 4-1 for some chess. All right, we're back. Well, go for the 4-1. I think this deck has been sweet, though. We ran into a really bad draw in a really unique matchup. Our opponent's deck was pretty unique. So hopefully we can close out strong with the 4-1. Are you able to group elves and blue-white control together? Huh? Why would we group elves and blue-white control together? Oh, you mean where there's more than one? I'll have to look at them. If they're different builds of the list, that might actually be intentional. All right, here we go. On to round 5. Round 5. Let's close it out with a 4-1. Get some treasure chests. Have I done Felidar Sovereign against odds? Somehow, no. It's been on the poll, but we've never actually won with it. This hand's pretty slow. I don't think we can keep the 5-lander. Too easy to just... Yeah, I don't think that's good enough. Okay. I guess this is sort of better. We'll keep Siege Rhino. So we traded a land for a spell. I think 3 lands, Abrupt Decay, 2 creatures is better. And Voice comes down a little earlier than Kitchen Finks. Grixis Ninjas is the Much Brew deck for this week. I do not like Sushi. Not even a little. Oh, that's probably true, Dragon. I could definitely see that happening. Oh, no. Never mind. I think we're drawing dead to Tron pre-board, and then we're hoping we have our Stony Silences. If you notice, if you look at the sideboard of our deck, by far the most sideboard slots are devoted to Tron. So I'm assuming that means that Tron is close to unwinnable game 1 for this deck. Well, what's our opponent doing? Alright, there's the land. Not a Tron land, so I guess that's sort of something. Where should I go in New York City for the Amonkhet pre-release? I actually don't know. I'm not super familiar with the LGSs in the city. I live more in the upstate region. Yeah, let's Reflecting Pool. Run out a Voice of Resurgence, I guess. Might as well. Pass the turn. I'm bringing my Esper Mill to the LGS tomorrow because I hate Tron. Well, Surgical Extraction plus Milling does seem pretty good against Tron. Opponent gets Power Plant. Plays the Power Plant. Chromatic Sphere. Does our opponent have Tron? Bolts our Voice. Okay. We can't even play anything this turn? Alright, Mana Confluence. Play a Birds. Pumps up our Elemental. If our opponent has Tron Piece Ugin, we're pretty out of it. Pass the turn. Come on, no Tron Piece. No third Tron Piece. One time? One time? Ugh. Tron never doesn't have it. That's one thing you'll learn if you play Tron a few times. Tron never does not have the Tron Piece and a Ugin in hand. It doesn't happen. Alright, I guess we gotta path our birds so we can play Siege Rhino. The problem is, now that our opponent has Tron, we can never turn off Tron. Going to stream a pre-release like I did for Kaladesh or Ether Revolt? Yes, definitely will. I will let you know Thursday the schedule. I'm trying to figure out, we might just move the Tuesday stream to Monday, or it might just be an additional stream. I got to figure out how the timing on stuff is going to work, but I will let you know for sure at the Thursday stream. But 100% we will be doing a pre-release stream. Only question is if that impacts the Tuesday stream somehow. Opponent plays a land. Oh man, they got Tron and Planeswalker Tron. Yep. Alright, we're not even going to try to fight through that. Well, this is it. Bring in our million sideboard cards. All the Fulminators, all the Stony Silences, maybe even Tide Hollows colors. Go down Finks. Go down Voice of Resurgence. Go down. Alright, what's the last two cuts? What are we taking out? 2-path? Yeah, I guess that makes sense. If they get to the point where they're casting Ulamogs, we're going to lose anyway. At least Abrupt Decay can hit Oblivion Stone and whatnot. I mean, we got to keep threats. We need to win somehow. Our opponent doesn't really have creatures to path. Decay at least can hit, especially on the play, can hit a Expedition map, something like that, and it gets Oblivion Stone. This is, I'm Seth, probably better known as Saffron Olive, from mtggoldfish.com. Decay versus Chalice. Queller seems good. Queller's okay-ish. Maybe we should be bringing in Queller. Queller for a rider. We gotta kill our opponent, though, is the thing. I'm gonna run it like this. I think this is fine. I think Queller's hit or miss. On the play, it is better. Could maybe catch a Sylvan Scrying, but I think I'm gonna just try it like this. I'm not sold on Queller. Why does everyone who is active in the MTG community or pros use Twitter as their main source of communication? I don't know. That was a awkward sentence. So, I do not know how the Twitter thing started, but I think at this point, all the MTG people are there, so that's just where everyone kind of heads. Okay, well, I mean, we don't have land destruction, but we have double Stony Silence and a Tide Hollow. I mean, I think this is good enough. Normally with Commander Clash, we try to keep the budget somewhere between 20 and 30 ticks. 20 we technically say, but a lot of times it ends up 25 to 30 in that range. The winner has not been announced. The contest is over, and I believe an email has been sent to the winner, but it has not been officially announced yet. There's the tower. All right, well, we get to Stony Silence. Hopefully that's good. If our opponent has Natural Tron, then we just cry ourselves to sleep. Stony Silence, pass the turn. Come on, no Tron. Oh, no. Spellskite. They're going to have it. Oh, I know it. Opponent passes. Well, Gemstone Mine. Tide Hollow Sculler. Alright, they don't have Tron yet. Lightning Bolt. Karn and Worldbreaker. So I guess we take Karn and hope they don't find red mana. They can't use all their eggs to make red mana. I did get your Monotax's email. I haven't written back yet, but I did get it. Alright, we're taking Karn. Because if they top deck Tron, then we just lose. Pass the turn. If they top deck red mana, it's kind of unlikely, because there's not that many just red lands. And they... Alright, there's the tower. Alright, there's the sphere. So our opponent's hand is, what, Worldbreaker? Worldbreaker and Bolt. So we can Aristocrat and start hitting our opponent, or we can Sculler plus second Stony Silence or something. We lost to a crazy Jeskai Delver burn deck. Yeah, it might be mom time. I mean, I guess we got to kill our opponent, so let's do that. So get in with Aristocrat. Get our opponent down to 16. Hope to dodge the whammies. I mean, they can't Worldbreaker without drawing colored mana either. And drawing the Tron piece doesn't actually get us at this point. Opponent passes. Abrupt Decay. So let's play a Birds. They must have drawn another green or red spell. Oh, we're getting close. We're getting close. Check my email, but I guess the winning email from Goldfish must have got caught in the spam filter. Well, double check. If that happened, I'm sure we'll send you another one. Yeah, we're getting close to the Decay of Spellskite point. Maybe next turn. Did I watch Yu-Gi-Oh! As a kid? Not really. We were severely outjanked earlier. Our opponent was Izzet Guildmaging lightning bolts at our face. Oh man. I got to tell you this story from earlier today. So I was testing a deck for Budget Magic, and I ran into this person. So I'm feeling like I'm in good shape, getting close to comboing off. We're playing Modern. End of my opponent's turn, they quicken into Devastating Summons sack all of their lands into Reverberate Devastating Summons to give them 16 power, which was exactly my life total the turn before I was about to win. Quicken into Devastating Summons with Reverberate. What is happening in Modern these days? Alright, Tide Hollow. Yeah, that game, I got severely outjanked. And then for the rest of the match, the opponent was seriously just like, lightning bolt your face, reverberate my lightning bolt, hit you for 6. Oh man, another bolt. Whew. If our opponent draws red mana, things go kind of bad. Well, we'll take Worldbreaker. We just gotta hope they don't draw red mana. If they draw red mana, they get the chain reaction, get back Karn, get back something else. So get in with Aristocrat. We're about 2 turns away from the win if our opponent doesn't draw anything. Next turn, we can Stony Silence Part 2, Abrupt Decay Spellskite, hit our opponent. Or maybe we draw something better. Reflecting Pool. Well, play Reflecting Pool. Stony Silence, Part 2. We're just going to do it. Actually, it doesn't even matter. We don't need to Abrupt Decay. We just attack with everything. This is still lethal next turn, so there's not really any sense in wasting an Abrupt Decay. Our opponent blocks, take 6. Blocks, take 6. So this is it. Our opponent's got to... Why can't we Abrupt Decay the Spellskite? Yeah, I think we actually want the Sculler on the battlefield here. Now we have Xaxes. This is our opponent's turn. They got to draw something. Come on. Gonna take Tron to game 3? If you streamed Commander Clash from your point of view, then posted Tomer's video to YouTube, that would be great. Ooh, that could be cool. I do want to do a live Commander Clash at some point. Alright, we're keeping it the same. We didn't see anything to change our plans. Run it back. Can you send me a budget Modern list? Yeah, my email is saffronolive@mtggoldfish.com. Feel free to ship me a list. Just be warned, it sometimes takes me a while to get back to people. I get lots of lists and busy, etc. That turtle quote cracks me up. I haven't seen that one in a long time. Oh! Jeez. This end. Oh my god. Against some decks, I think this hand would be good, but against Tron, I don't think... after this match, we get at least one chest, hopefully another one, or more. We can't keep it. Tron is just too quick. Alright. I don't think we can go lower. Alright, well, we got the creature beatdown plan. Not very confident in this hand. We'll see, we'll see. Yeah, that Reflecting Pool was going to be really bad. Need to get Jake a better mic. Love Popper, but the mic is killing me. Huh, okay. Thanks for the feedback. I will have to look into the Jake mic situation. Yeah, we couldn't even cast the Rhino with that hand, somehow. And we had all dual lands. What are the odds? Oh boy. Losing, losing, losing. Well, I mean, this is what we do. We do what we do what we do. What we do, we'll see. We'll see. Double Mantis Rider and Siege Rhino. This is very much con standard. Opponent is going to have turn 3 Tron, though, and that means all kinds of horrible things could be happening. Yup, there's Expedition Map. Oh, boy. Come on, Mantis Rider. Tron. Yeah, that's what we're hoping. If our opponent has no payoff, then we have some slight chance here. I would not count on that. Tron always has it. That's the first rule of Tron, is Tron always has it. Kills our Mantis Rider. Alright, well, now we Mantis Rider kill the Karn. And see what other payoff our opponent has. Well, we killed a Karn. That's a win. Ish. Yeah, Convoke Stoke the Flames. Good call. I forgot all about that. Alright, let's see. What's payoff number 2? I mean, the thing is, when you have Tron active, it doesn't really matter. Like, so many things are good when you have 7 mana on turn 3. Is this Ugin part, or Karn part 2? It's Oblivion Stone. Opponent, the way they tapped, clearly has a Karn in hand. Oh boy. Play a Forest. Get in with Noble Hierarch. Yeah, opponent's gonna have Karn on an empty board, and yeah, I mean, that's not looking good. Wow, they didn't blow up our board. Chromatic Sphere. Opponent is down to 12. We didn't play higher because our opponent's gonna blow everything up with this Oblivion Stone. Sylvan Scrying. Another tower. I mean, we could peel a Fulminator off the top. Fulminator off the top would be pretty sweet. That's the draw we need, I think. Another Scrying. Oh my goodness. Fulminator? Tidehollow. Well, let's get in with Mantis Rider. Put our opponent to 8. Opponent cracks it. Oh, man. Alright, I mean, I guess it's just Tidehollow Sculler? Wait on the Rhino? Try to get rid of their payoff? Could this really work? Tidehollow. Not going to work. Opponent has double Nature's Claim, and Tidehollow happens to be an artifact creature. There is no getting around that, no matter how hard we try. Oh, what's up, Skyworthy? What's up, Stu? Yikes. Well, started off well, 3-0. Ran into the outjanked match. And now this hand that we can't beat. Twiggy13 and Zyphon, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscriptions. Big scoops here for our new subscribers. I do know what Dark Ritual is. Typically not valuable. There's exceptions if it's like from a very certain set, like Alpha, for example. Oh, that hand. Man, our opponent's hand was bad too, but bad with an Ugin isn't actually bad. It's good. There's the Ugin. Kills our Hierarch. Plays the power plant. And expedition map. Yup. Got a feeling we're going to peel Fulminator now. Hey, Stony Silence. Would have been good a few millennium ago. Well, Siege Rhino. I guess there's a chance if our opponent gets greedy, this could steal us a win. Actually, no. We're going to be a point short if we drew a Falkenrath Aristocrat. So we put our opponent to 9. Then they exile our Siege Rhino. How do we win? It's got to be something crazy. Like, we need to just draw Falkenrath Aristocrat every turn. Something along those lines. Gives us a slight chance of winning. Cracks the map. What's... Oh, man. Tron players. I told ya, Tron players always have it. Oh, that is the most Tron player thing I've ever seen. Oh, God. Alright. Well, that does it. Jeez. Well, so we started off sweet with a 3-0 start. Finished off 3-2 after getting outjanked in round 4. And then it was a close battle with Tron, but man, that deck is really annoying to play against. Because it always feels like they're getting lucky, even though they're not. Like, their deck is built to do that, but for some reason, instinctively, when you see Karn on turn 3 and then Ulamog off the top of the deck, it feels like your opponent is getting lucky. Good news is we do have a treasure chest, which means everything can be right in the world if we just open a good treasure chest. So we have only one to open. We were hoping for more, but we got a shot. We got a shot. Would I ever consider Evershriek for Against the Odds? Yeah, I would put that on the Against the Odds poll. So one chest to crack open, and let's see what happens. This is it. Rishadan Port, that would be sweet. Liliana. Maybe a Power 9 card have gotten a bit more common in the treasure chest. So here it is. Chest cracking time. 1 of 1. What do we have in here? Treasure chest. So, technically we got lucky and got the double rare treasure chest. On the other hand, our rares, Force of Nature, 1,000,000 green mana, you get an 8/8, and oh yeah, you gotta pay 4 on your upkeep, or else it eats you. And a Reverent Hunter, which isn't the worst Magic card I've ever seen, but not valuable by any means. Oh my goodness, and this is filthy casual. Well, I guess we're jumping into Momir real quick. So treasure chest over. Filthy Casual was waiting. Jay Zoller Move him down the Momir list. It happened. Oh my God. That's Filthy Casual. If you're not familiar with Filthy Casual for life, he has been on the top of the Momir list for, I think, literally since the Momir list was invented. And the Momir list has been a thing for a long time now. Months and months and months. And Filthy Casual, whenever it's time to play Momir, always passes, remains on the top of the list, and this time, as soon as the chest is cracked, there is the challenge. I'm really excited. I mean, I enjoy playing Momir to close off the stream anyway, but I'm really excited. The anticipation of the long-awaited battle with Filthy Casual. Usually budget restrictions are somewhere between 20 and 30 ticks on Magic Online, in that price range. Acolyte of Xanthrid. Pay 2, tap it, target player loses a life. Filthy Casual on the 1-drop plan. Probably better known as the Richard plan. Don't do it. Not a fan of the 1-drop plan. Yes, Jay Zoller, now that there's room on the Momir list, if you want to be added, feel free. A Key Blizzard Herder. When it dies, each player sacrifices a land. Hopefully this does not die anytime soon. Oh man, the other thing I saw in Modern the other day that was pretty sweet is someone was playing a Crack the Earth, which is 1 mana, each player sacrifices a permanent, but a Crack the Earth Young Pyromancer deck, which actually seemed really sweet. It was like kind of a Mardu Tokens deck, with Crack the Earth kind of being the centerpiece. Alaborn Trooper. So, 3 mana, 2/3. Vanilla. With some sweet art. Yeah, the deck actually looked really sweet. I don't know what series that was from. Maybe I was just playing for fun at the time. I don't know if you're going to actually see that deck or not. I can't remember. The Homing Sliver. Oh man, I will forever have nightmares of the Sliver Commander Clash. Wait, we're not. Did I not skip enough drops? All right, we got to skip our 4-drop. Oh, this is a 0/1? That card's worse than I thought. Should have attacked here. Opponent draining us. Stu's back and on a rampage. How's your pre-sales been going, Stu? Having any luck with the Amonkhet pre-sales? Rabid Bloodseeker flying enters battlefield. Each player loses 2 life. Okay. And now we will get in with our Alaborn Trooper. Oh, we did not. We scumbled to a 3-2 finish. We got Troned. Oh, Tron. I actually, yeah, they need to bring back Momir dailies, or Momir leagues. There needs to be Momir leagues. I do not know why there's not Momir leagues. I have told that to Lee multiple times. Opponent has Sandstep Scavenger. 2/2 bolsters for 2. Pumps up the Acolyte. Yeah. Not very good. Yeah, this is an odd card. I think it's from, like, Starter or Portal. I think it's Starter, actually. But there were lots of weird cards in the Starter series. Opponent. Yep, we'll take it. Not going to block with this Blizzard Herder. Don't really want to sack our land. We got to get to Phage mana. See if we can Phage ourselves. Alright, we get a 6. 6 is where things sometimes start to get good. Or we get Tectonic Fiend. Well, this is a good blocker. I can't imagine we're going to keep this alive. skipping our turn for a 7/7 on the ground, not sure that's worth it, especially since it has to attack every turn. Probably just let it die. Yeah, I don't think they posted the deck list for Mimir dailies. Not that I remember. Eey. Whoa, no. Bro no thorium. Bronotherium? Good God, Wizards, really? I swear they put names like that on there just to make me look foolish on stream. Bronotherium? Am I close? Alright, we're not going to play for Tectonic Feed. I'm just going to call it Brontosaurus. Because it is a dinosaur, right? It looks like a dinosaur. Brosaurus. Conda's not bad. Not very aggressive, but not bad. Oh, we're going to get provoked by this thing. Bronto? Brontotherium? Okay. I guess that makes more sense than Brontosaur. Alright, we'll pass the turn. Get provoked by Brosaurus. Oh, man. Closet Nerd coming through. Also called Titania thyroid, is a family of extinct mammals belonging in the order... Wow! Okay, over my head. Am I getting punted for my talking? Alright. Phone gets a Lindel, the Necromancer. Just a 4/4. Are they going to provoke our Landsacker? I kind of hope not. What am I getting punted for now? Oh, they're going to provoke our Flyer. That makes sense. Izian, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. Thank you, thank you. Oh, it has to target tapped? Whenever it attacks me, I have target creature. Yeah, it may untap it, but it doesn't have to be a tap creature. It's basically just you get to force something to block it. Basically like taunt in Hearthstone, essentially. Are you guys still talking about the Brontosaurus? Brontosaurus Rex? Is that still what this is all about? Alright. 8-drop. Come on. Something game-winning. It's the Wolf Pack. I guess it's okay. Well, you might as well get in, since this has Vigilance. Basically just 3 damage a turn, or eats a creature. Phage is an interesting mechanic. Could I stream Hearthstone? I guess I could. I mean, I probably would stream it on my personal channel, not the Goldfish channel. Because Goldfish, we do Magic. But I wouldn't be against streaming Hearthstone if people were interested in it. I don't play Hearthstone that much. Hearthstone, for me, I get into moods where I play it a lot for like a week, and then I don't play it for like a month. So it was like a month ago that I was in my Hearthstone phase, so I haven't played it in a while. I actually got considerably better at Arena when they made it so you get all rares and so forth. For some reason, I think Hearthstone players, some of them don't understand the concept of curve. So they started basically making it so instead of a few rares and mythics here and there, you're getting an equal number of rares, mythics, and commons, essentially. And a lot of the rares were obviously expensive, so many people built really clunky off-curve decks. And didn't realize that you have to, like, take less powerful cards for curve purposes. Well, let's get in Wakanda. Titanic Bullvox. 7/4 Trampler with Morph. Also a dinosaur of sorts. Alright, Homing Sliver Chump Mode. Can I stream Pokemon TCG? I don't even know how to play Pokemon TCG. I'll have to go watch the professor's video and learn how to play. Actually, the person you want to stream Pokemon is Richard. I know Richard has been getting into Pokemon TCG a bit, so go spam the Goldfish Twitter account. Tell Richard he's got to start streaming Pokemon. Or the Pokefish account. You could spam that one. Don't actually spam it too much. But Richard would be the one that could do that if you talked him into it somehow. Thoughts on the band Ween? Is this a trick question? You must know that I love Ween. Or if you just randomly thought of Ween and asking me that, and you didn't know that it's one of my favorite bands, that would be very crazy. Yeah, I'm a big Ween fan. I wish I could play Ween on the stream. There's so many music restrictions with YouTube and Twitch. I don't stream on my personal Twitch much anymore. I just haven't had the time. But when I stream on my personal Twitch and I don't have to care about YouTube videos and Twitch video on demand and stuff, Ween was definitely one of the bands we listened to most. I guess we just make an 8-drop. We're close to killing our opponent. This wolf pack is 7 unblockable damage. Oh, Bloodfire? Alright. Well, let's just wolf pack, deal 7, untap Bloodfire. So our opponent has 1 turn to get us. The Chosen One, 124, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. Sensor sucks, really? Have I ever thought about making a cult? I considered it briefly. Sethists? Sethism? Alright. Opponent's down to 2. So basically, they gotta hit Bounce Kraken or something, or they just die. Yeah, I guess we could also attack with Conda. It just makes them block. I don't know. I mean, I guess technically there's no reason not to, so I should have. As someone who has never listened to Ween, what would you recommend check out? Probably my favorite Ween album is Chocolate and Cheese. I mean, be warned, Ween, not everyone gets Ween. It's if you don't know Ween, I don't know. It's unique. So just be warned going into it. But Chocolate and Cheese, I think, is my favorite Ween album. Sethvis Day at Venice. Check out We Need to Talk About Ween on YouTube. I'm not familiar with that, but I will look that up because I do like Ween. Opponent drains themselves and us with Acolyte. And, yep, scoops it up to the Bloodfire. On to game 2 in the long-awaited battle with Filthy Casual. Ocean Man. Yep, Ocean Man's a good song. There's a lot of good Ween songs. The Country album, 12 Golden Country Hits, is strangely good. Yeah. Yep. Japanese Cowboy. There's a lot of good songs on that album. I think, well, I probably can't pronounce the names of some of them on the stream, but there's some really good ones on 12 Golden Country Hits. I'm not a fan of Wace in Momir. As far as I can tell, your odds of hitting something... yeah, I've seen Ween a couple of times. As far as I can tell, your odds of hitting something where colorless matters are so small that it's not really worth playing a Wace. I see a lot of people doing it, but personally, I don't think it's worth it. If you want to do it, it's not wrong. It's Momir. So there's nothing wrong with it, but... Awesome Dude has a poll going, so if you want to vote in Awesome Dude's poll, make sure to do that. Also, other music I like, a lot of just random stuff from, I don't know, old stuff like Velvet Underground and Captain Beefheart and, I don't know, Mothers of Invention to Wilco and TV on the Radio and Animal Collective. The stuff in that kind of range, all I guess like indie, experimental, etc. Mr. Bungle is okay. I do like Sonic Youth. I used to really like, I mean, growing up, I guess, really liked 90s grunge, Pearl Jam, Sonic, I guess Sonic Youth might fall in there. They're more indie, but Pearl Jam and Nirvana and Soundgarden and Smashing Pumpkins, that's kind of the music that I listened to growing up. Never been a big Fish fan. I like Grateful Dead and have been to, well, I guess not literal Grateful Dead shows because I'm not old enough, but like Phil Lesh and Friends and stuff like that. Been to a few Grateful Dead shows, but never really got into Fish. My music taste, like my magic taste, is jank. There is a spell-based Momir, but I've never played it. I don't listen to much hip-hop or rap. I don't dislike it, but when I'm just turning on music, that's rarely what I turn on. Newly back to MTG, how are slivers in Modern tempting to build a competitive slivers deck? You can build like a 5-color slivers deck, and that deck has put up some tournament performances. It's not tier by any means, but it is competitive. Lou Reed is awesome. Diapers for Hands, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. Have you heard any 80s stuff? Do you like it? I like some 80s pop stuff. Cheesy 80s pop music. I don't really like 80s metal music or rock music very much. Could I play the music I've had running in recent videos? Yeah, some of that music is going to be updated onto the playlist here before too long. When do we get a sneak peek of the new tokens? I mentioned this earlier. There was some sort of problem with the test printing of the new tokens. So it's going to be slightly more longer than we thought it would be. But they are coming. So just hold on. They will be coming. I think we might have lost Filthy Casual. That might be it. I think Filthy Casual has disappeared. Or has had his internet die or something. I'm a big fan of Queen. I like some Queen songs. Hey, see you, Skyworthy. I can't tell you anything about the tokens yet. It's a surprise. Actually, I shouldn't have even mentioned it. I mentioned it like a couple of weeks ago, and I shouldn't even mentioned it. I should have just let it go because they were not done enough, and now there's this printing issue, so it's taking longer than I thought it would. I was thinking we were going to have them by around now or in the next week or so, but it looks like it's going to be a bit longer than that. Meat puppets are sweet. You should play any song you like and have Richard fire you for having Goldfish sued. So, it's so weird how music works on here. The biggest problem is, yeah, Bohemian Rhapsody is sweet, awesome dude. The biggest problem is stuff gets muted. That's the problem. So if I play any music I want, then when people go to watch video on demand or anything, and they don't just mute the songs, they mute the entire track. So you can't even hear me talking, and it just ruins the video altogether. Oh, is your internet giving you problems, Filthy Casual? Oh, no. Thoughts on improving Grixis Ninjas? Well, I've just been messing around with Grixis Ninjas, and it's coming out for Mucha Brew this weekend, so I'll have some more thoughts on it then, but I haven't really thought through improvements yet. I've just been playing it and kind of testing it out right now. Would I please try 5-color Child of Alara God Tribal for Commander Clash? That sounds pretty awesome. So Filthy Casual, if you're listening, is your internet going to allow you to finish this match, or do we call it a 1-0 victory? What do I think of Pauper as a format? You're dead? Alright, Filthy Casual. Well, that's gonna wrap it up for Momir for tonight. Filthy Casual, if you want to try it again in the future, you're always welcome. Sorry it didn't, your internet didn't cooperate. Good game, good game, good game. I think Pauper is a format that I'm glad exists, and people really enjoy it. It's not really my format, and I don't play it very often. I think it's cool, and it's got some neat stuff going on, but it doesn't appeal to me all that much. But not every part of Magic has to appeal to me, so I'm pretty happy that it's around for people that really enjoy it. So can you tell Richard to add an instant deck tech tab to the site under popular series? I will recommend that to Richard. That's a good idea. Well, anyway, everyone, I think that's gonna wrap it up for tonight. So let's see. 3-2 with 5-color creatures in Modern, which started off 3-0, scumbled down the end, but still, the deck seemed sweet. We ran into some tougher matchups, got some bad draws, but overall the deck seemed really sweet. I think, what do we have coming up? So, Against the Odds coming up tomorrow, featuring Tunnel Vision in Modern. Then we have some extra Amonkhet videos coming out in the next week or so. Top 10 Commander with Tomer, stuff like that. Commander Clash this weekend, articles. But most importantly, we will be back with Thursday for another one. Final standings of your poll, awesome dude. How do I see the final standings of your poll? I wish I knew how to do that. Man, I think I'm losing my voice. That's weird. Anyway, let's do the reminders. MTG Goldfish Replay YouTube. That's where you can find all the old streams, including this stream in the future. Of course, the normal YouTube. That's where you'll find Against the Odds, Budget Magic, all that stuff. If you haven't already, make sure to check out the first match, at least, of Budget Magic last night. It was super sweet. I don't know, Captain Jam. That's just kind of our normal uploading time. Would there be a better time? And, of course, the merch page if you're looking for yet another way to support the stream and the channel and the site. So, anyway, everyone, I think that's going to do it for us tonight. So, we will be back on Thursday with another one. Awesome, dude. I did check out your poll. Looks good. Anyway, everyone, have an awesome night. Thank you so much for everyone hanging out. Thanks again to all the subs. All of you are awesome. It was a ton of fun. So we'll be back on Thursday, and I will talk to you soon.